just remember leaving my house, giving the lad was only 3 months old, giving him a kiss, and our lad said, "Oh, you'll be able to walk in park and watch us tonight, it's a lovely night." I think it was still the first half, real intense, aggressive game, as you can imagine, between two East-Hull rivals. I just scoped from acting half, tried to sneak a try, like I'd done a million times before, and I'd sort of got spun round. Something had to give, and I remember the sound will stay with me forever. I heard the snap, and I just screamed. There wasn't any pain, but my arms felt like they was on fire, pins and needles. Obviously, I heard the snap, so I knew what I'd done, but I was just in shock. Sort of come in, because I had to go an X-ray and an MRI and all of that. He said basically you've dislocated your neck, you've shattered 2 vertebrae, and it's squashed your spinal cord. It wasn't severed, because if it is severed, then there's no chance of them connections being re-established. So man had took a bash and it swelled, and they said, "Look, that's what's causing the paralysis. So if we can't tell you anything, it might come back, might not." Some dark places, going over and over, thinking what's going to happen. And all the time this is going on, I'm still not moving. I can't feel. Now the doctors come every day, stick needles in my feet. Can you feel that? Yeah. Can you move? Yeah. It's not looking good. All right. For me, I hated the thought of having to rely on people. I was a strong bloke, and I couldn't stand not being dependent and going back to being on the toilet and stuff, and people having to bathe you, and people having to feed you. You was a baby. I couldn't open a packet of crisps. Just everything. It was like I can't. It was just hard, and I take my hat off to all those people who continue to live like that now, because for me, I would things go through your mind, and you think, I can't live like this. I'll have to end it. I'll have to somehow find a way to end it. I can't deal with this. It's not about me. I had responsibilities for that kid, Sam. It became about him, and that was my, sound corny, but that was my driving force. All the way through this has been that, it's not about me. You've got a responsibility to get back into some sort for that kid and for your lass, and that's what drove me on. So nearly 2 months on your back before I even got out of bed to begin my rehab. I was told that it was very unlikely I would walk again. Just that, I was a quadriplegic. People forget that all 4 limbs was affected. I could barely lift my arms. My hands wouldn't work. Unfortunately, I've got my full left hand back, but I still struggle with my right hand. So I'm sat there soaking, waiting for the inevitable, and so I did something, and I noticed I get a lot of spasms, or I did get a lot of muscle spasms, just involuntary movements in your muscles, and my foot jerked, and I thought, it's a spasm, and then I was looking at it, and then I could wiggle my toes, and I'm thinking, am I doing that? And I joke, I was sat there for half an hour, just looking at 2 toes on my left foot, wiggling them. But yeah, I'm doing it, I'm in control of that. I'd stop doing it, start doing it again. And it got better and better just in that little period. And the nurses are banging on the door, "You alright in there?" I was like, "Yeah, leave me alone, I'm watching my toe." But that was the start of it, and I thought, that was like, oh, Christmas is coming once. I thought, there's a connection, something's working. And that toe wiggle turned into a foot wiggle, and that foot wiggle turned into me being able to straighten my left leg, and my right leg started to come back the same way. Then I could sit up. It's got stronger and stronger and stronger. Am I where I want to be now? No, I'm a million miles from what I was.